Hey guys, Peter here with another video. This is the Z170N-WIFI Mini-ITX motherboard from Gigabyte. It features the LGA1151 socket, making it compatible with Intel's 6th generation Skylake CPUs, including the Core i3, i5, i7, as well as the lower-end Pentium and Celeron lines. This would also be compatible with the upcoming 7th generation Intel Kaby Lake CPUs after a BIOS update. The chipset of the board is the top-of-the-line Z170 chipset, which enables features targeted at power users such as overclocking of the CPU and the RAM. Before we open the box, let's do a quick size comparison between this ITX motherboard box and a standard ATX-sized motherboard box. As you can see, the difference here is quite prominent, with the ITX board being approximately 61% smaller than the ATX board. And now, let's get to the unboxing. Here's a look of the box on all 6 sides, with the bottom side listing out the various features of the board, which we will get to in this video. Opening the box, we have the board wrapped in an anti-static bag. We will set it aside for now while we take a look at the accessories in the box. First, we have two SATA 3rd generation cables, with one being straight on both ends and one having a straight end and an L-shaped end. We also have an I/O shield with a foam-like material inside to provide padding. Next, we have a Wi-Fi antenna, since this motherboard has a built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth card. More on that later. Moving on, we have some promotional material for Gigabyte and a multilingual quick installation guide with brief instructions on it. We also get 2 software disks, one for the onboard Wi-Fi and one for the rest of the drivers and utilities. It would be nicer if they combined the two, in my opinion. And finally, we have the user instruction manual. With the accessories out of the way, let's take a tour of the board itself. The CPU socket is right in the middle of the board, taking up a fair portion of it. It is the LG1151 socket as mentioned in the beginning of this video. And after lifting up the retention arm, we see all 1151 pins underneath. On the memory side, we have 2 DIMM slots running in dual channel mode. On most ATX boards, you will get 4, but typically for a smaller mini ITX board like this, there are only 2, so choose your RAM sticks wisely. The board supports memory frequency overclocking of up to 3200 MHz and up to 32 GB of memory in total. DDR4 memory can have single 16GB sticks, which is why it totals up to 32 for this board. In addition, we have a single PCI Express 3.0 X16 slot for the graphics card and other expansion cards. On the storage side, there are 6 SATA 3rd generation ports and 2 SATA Express ports. And yes, there is indeed a M.2 socket, which is located on the back of the board. Let's take a look at the rear I/O. Going from left to right, we first have a PS2 port and 2 USB 3.0 ports. Following that, we have the connectors for the wireless antenna coming from the onboard chip, which supports up to wireless AC standard as well as Bluetooth 4.2. The antenna simply attaches by screwing on the nuts. For the output of the integrated graphics, there is a single DVI-D port and 2 HDMI 1.4 ports. On the right, we have 2 Gigabit LAN RJ45 ports for Ethernet connectivity, 2 more USB 3.0 ports, and a new USB Type-C port running at the 3.0 standard, not 3.1. And finally, we have the audio ports powered by an onboard Realtek ALC1150 chip. And that wraps up the unboxing and overview of this Gigabyte Z170 Wi-Fi Mini-ITX motherboard. I have an upcoming Skylake Hackintosh build featuring this motherboard, as well as a potential video where I'll be attempting to overclock a locked Core i3 processor with this board. So subscribe if you don't want to miss those and for more technology content in the future. Like this video too if you have enjoyed it. Peter here, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.